Death Stranding on PC. I pirated it. It was not a good time. As people had pointed out to me, apparently Death Stranding is not a fun game if you don't play it online. And you can't exactly play it online if you pirate it. We looked at Johnny Sins for an hour a few Fridays ago. What does he make? I don't understand. 20 seconds. Why are you linking me a random video that says 20 seconds? Is it you having sex and how long you last? Ha, got him. That was a sex joke. Anyways, he was an adult actor. I'm aware he's an adult actor, but what does he make on YouTube? I don't understand. Does he just make regular content on YouTube? He did streams? Okay, that's fine. Like Fortnite, that's fine too. Did you know the lead singer of who sings High Hopes? Oh, Panic at the Disco? He used to stream Fortnite all the time. Brendan something. The lead singer of Panic at the Disco used to stream Fortnite constantly. T-Pain has a cool stream. I tried watching a T-Pain stream, but there's only so much I can watch of somebody repeating the same musical track for 3 hours straight before I get bored, right? It actually gives me a headache. I once was next to a movie being recorded. I was once next to a blockbuster movie being recorded. And I could hear the actors repeating themselves for 3 hours straight, the same fucking lines. And it drove me insane. I had no idea something could actually annoy me until that happened. I thought I was fine. I thought I would be, don't you do that? Yeah, but it's for my purposes. It's fine. Listen, it's fine if it comes out of my mouth, but when I hear other people do it, which is why I never practice on stream, which is why I never ask other people to hear me practice, even though I really should. Bad actors? No, they're not bad actors. They just have a really picky director, which I can kind of relate to. And you weren't in the movie? No. I don't sign up as to be an extra in a movie, chat. It's stupid. Being extra in a movie, it means 9 times out of 10, you're going to walk down a street, and that's it. And then you're going to go pay $15 a seat in the theater to show your family that you were in a movie. And congratulations. Who won in that? Your family for being proud of you, or the movie theater for embezzling $15 out of you? Think about it. Worth it? It's not worth it. I worked on a project for Riverdale, and the actors were on site for 12 hours doing the same scene. That's what I'm saying, dude. Perfection is everything in this business. As if I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I would want to be an extra in a kaiju movie. Do you want to get stepped on? Is that what we're leading to, Agent? Is that the joke you're leading to? If not, I just set you up for it. He just wants to be stepped on, bro. I may have spoiled it for him. Muhammad Penguin, you're back! And they only have emojis to share with us, which is buzz. That's only fair considering how much I called you out earlier. He still had... Chat, please, God, follow Muhammad Penguin so I don't have to see this stupid zero anymore. Remember, chat, I'm a VTuber. I judge everybody based on the amount of followers they have now. Remember. Rexon, add the emote Ja. I don't like this emote because it looks like Resident Sleeper. And I think Resident Sleeper is the most fucking toxic emote on the planet. And you know what ruined Resident Sleeper for me? The Game Awards. Because the Game Awards... The Game Awards is the pinnacle of waste, of absolute garbage chatters. Because the moment an interview happens in the Game Awards where fucking developers want to talk about their life's work, their passion, the chat just spams Resident Sleeper because all they're interested in is seeing the next world exclusive. Oh my god. It drives me insane. I hate them. Looks like Crumpet. Nah. Crumpet's a lot skinnier. Crumpet's skinnier. But Crumpet does have that kind of bald spot going for them, yeah. Rexon, are you happy with the VTuber Awards this year? I can't say. And I don't say that as an obvious yes I am. I say that as A, I don't know, and B, if I did, I can't say why or how. For reasons. That I can't say either. But I will try to. I will try to help the VTuber Awards in whatever way I can. Because holy shit. I don't know if you... So I brought this up as a passing note like a couple streams ago because I didn't want to make a big deal of it because I didn't want to like drama farm, right? I'm not Smugglana. I'm kidding. I'm not Scooch-chan. I'm kidding. I'm not. Well, anyways, fuck. I keep losing friends. I didn't want to drama farm, but if you guys didn't see, you absolutely drama farm. I do not, Kitsune. You rated me like 1 hour ago, and you have the audacity to say you know me, huh? You know me? Well, I know you, Kitsune, and I know you're a liar who doesn't make news for content. Sorry, still kind of bitter about it. Anyways, so for those of you that don't know, the studio that that used to support the VTuber Awards has pulled out of the VTuber Awards, and I said this already, and what's really funny is that I said it before people actually started commenting on it, and it's funny because you'll see in a second. But just to reiterate what I said about this, this is really poorly phrased because it literally says, oh, they changed it. Did they change it? Oh yeah, cooperation with the Russian community. They just said all of Russia hates Ukraine. That's what they said verbatim, right? That's their words, literally written right there. They just took all of Russia and said all of you are the same people, which is insane. So I said on stream, I said, if you live in Russia, it does not imply you support Putin because that guy's a fucking terrorist. And in the most insane twist of events, chat, in the most insane twist of events, the comments literally ratioed, destroyed them. All of them. This is just racism. They just hate them. Anyways, I was actually proud of Twitter for one day, which is just wild. It was wild. We won't miss you play. We play. This is just wrong. But yeah. Oh. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I approve of that one, just from the usage of the R word, but they're right though, right? Like to summarize the comments, they basically said, just because you're Russian doesn't mean you support your leader, and that applies to any country, right? And the irony is that I don't know if WePlay says they're deeply rooted in Ukraine, but do you think that if you walked up to WePlay one day and you said, "Hey, you're American," that means that you love the current president of the United States, and I don't want anything to do with you? Do you think they would be okay with that? Do you think they would agree with you? No. Just stupid. It's silly, and it's racist. It's racist first and foremost. It's sad that it's racist because it's just the most. They clearly had an intent that they thought was going to work out for them, and it didn't. So 07, I guess. But at the end of the day, to my understanding, the VTuber Awards is still going on. It is, and there's a reason why Fillion didn't bother addressing this because she's got bigger shit to do right now, right? So the VTuber Awards is still going on. They are obviously have some stuff to catch up on, right? And that's where they're at now. So I had, once I heard this news, I DM'd them and I let them know, hey, just let me know if I can help in any way. You know what I mean? And I already offered help before then, and they said they're still willing to take my help. So we'll see how I help. Yeah, that'd be nice. Phil's better off with them. I agree. I agree. I mean, why would you want to have a racist company behind you? It's stupid. She should have left them before they left her. You know what I mean? But I get it. I get it. She just wants to get shit done, dude. She just wants to host she just wants to host the VTuber Awards. You know what I mean? Hot take, racism bad. Okay, yeah, but you're wrong, Wattpaddy, because you're British. Chat, I don't know how this works. How do I agree with a British person even when they say something objectively correct? How does this work? We've never reached this point before. We've never reached this point. What do we do when a British person says something objectively correct? How do we... I don't... El British! El British! Mods put this message. El British! El British! We got him. Woo! Close one. Close one. Actual close one. Best and worst chatter. Truly, the best and worst chatter. Truly, the actual best and worst chatter. Chat, if we do the Reki Awards, I want you to know that if we do the Reki Awards again of 2025, Wattpaddy is out. They cannot be nominated again, all right? I don't care if you vote for them, I don't care if I put out a Google Doc and Wattpaddy gets 900 votes and one other person who voted for themselves got 1 vote. I am giving that other person the nomination. You understand? What about WattyPaddy? WattyPaddy's not a user, I think. Shit. Why are they a VIP on this channel? Why do they have 8 messages in this channel? This is my old account. You're a creep, Watt. You're a creep. You're a creep, dude. You made that account just to piss me off. I hate you. This is unbelievable. That's unbelievable, dude. I hate that. I hate that. I hate it when people make fake accounts just to join your stream for like a joke too. Because it feels like it's view botting. Which you'll notice, chat, our views haven't changed since the view botting announcement, so you can safely assume that I am not a view botter. Right, guys? Right? Have you noticed any other streamers' views going down substantially? Perhaps by the thousands? Ah? You may have noticed. I didn't notice any. I don't really watch any of the VTubers, so I don't really check. All I know is that Frankie's been popping off, and that's it. Chat, type 1 if you're a view bot. No, don't type chat. Don't type 1. No, Twitch will literally off. Twitch will kill you. Twitch will kill you. Don't type 1 now. No, stop. Stop. Hi, Rexon. It's me, your only viewer. For years, I have been messaging you on all of my alt accounts. Rexon, see the account created date on Wattpaddy? $2020? What's wrong about that date? Why do I care about the date? What's wrong with that date? Spin! Why do I care about the date? Was it made before or after Wattpaddy? Oh, I see. So Wattpaddy said something really racist between 2020 and 2024, which is why he ended up making a second account. You understand? That's exactly why. Luke is your only viewer now, bro. Can we get a what's it called? Watch time. Watch time numerous Luke. What? What? Oh wait, that's not their name. How do you spell their name? Is it numerous underscore Luke? Is it like that? Watch time numerous underscore Luke. Just watch slash what? Oh, watch. Hang on, just give me one sec. Watch time numerous underscore Luke. What? Chat, what's their fucking name? They haven't appeared in this chat in so long, I don't even know how to type their name anymore. Do they have a number out of it? Was it a dash? Was it a hyphen? Was it an underscore? I don't understand. He'll get it right eventually. Bro, there's only 2 ways to type numerous Luke. Either numerous underscore Luke or numerous Luke. He can't remember his first chatter. Okay, first of all, that's not true, technically speaking. And second of all, well, listen, my first chatter ever, technically speaking, I'm pretty sure, was a Stanley Parable speedrunner. That is my first chatter ever. It was a Stanley Parable speedrunner. I'm almost positive. And Luke came in at the same stream, but they typed first, and then Luke started typing because Luke was nervous or something. I don't know. I'm just making it up. Can anybody get me Luke's name? See Fillion's watch time? I almost did exclamation point Fillion. 2 hours. 2 hours, chat. That's the combination of like the 3 raids she sent me and the one time she came into my chat and literally said, Rexon, I have a job for you that you need to get done tomorrow. Do you know what that was, chat? That was the Project Melody trivia. Where she came into my chat and asked me to make the Project Melody trivia for the next day. I took off work the very next day and made that shit in 5 hours. That's my like second most popular video ever. Yeah. I work well under pressure. It just eliminates an hour, a year off my lifespan. That's all it takes. Watch time GJ Clancy. I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell his name. I'm pretty sure it's like DJ underscore Clancy. I'm almost positive. Yeah, see, that's not it. Oh, that is him. Fuck! Whatever. Bro, people need to Twitch ban underscores. Ban underscores. I'm so sorry, Texas Step, but you're gonna get banned. Ban underscores, Twitch. I'm calling it right now. It's unbelievable. It's the one special character that's allowed. Oh, Fat Fap. I didn't Fat Fap. I didn't mean you. Like I forgot. Fat Fap. Surely there's not already a Fat Fap out there. Like surely there's not already a there is a Fat Fap chat. There's a Fat Fap already. I'm so sorry. Chat, can we get this? Wait, why did they get modded? This man is cool. Don't listen to Rexon. Oh. We really got to stop leaving and banning people that never show up on the stream. we got to stop doing that. That's wild. Hi Rexon, are you actually going to be funny today? Nope, not planning. I need my underscore, unfortunately. Why? 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 You're telling me that Captain Matey's better than you? Look, they have 0 followers, Captain Matey. And look at you compared, right? You have 4 followers and a VIP to the Rexon Games channel, which is basically worth like another 20,000 followers if, you know, accounting for like, you know, transactional fees and conversion rates and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, like, the original Captain Matey is so much better. I mean, wait, I mean, they're worse. They're worse. I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone. I, too, need my underscore. I am not typing your fucking name. And you don't need an underscore. You're just... dude, your name was written... Your name was typed if I just rolled my face across my keyboard.
Thank you, the Sabby Wubbies.
RWD, thank you for gifting to one of the numerous Lukes that aren't Luke. We already confirmed it's not numerous underscore Luke. See, normalized pegging. Can you give a sub to the real Luke? There was already somebody named Texas Two-Step. I believe that because Texas is full of line dancers, and line dancers love the two-step, which is like the name of a cowboy line dance move. Numerous Lookie. It's not that. Twitch mandated my second underscore. So they allowed for the word pegging. They saw you and they said, "Yeah, pegging's fine." Don't clip that. They looked at you and they said, "Pegging's fine, but you're gonna have to add an underscore. Otherwise, we might get the wrong impression about you." Forced name change? Yeah, that's what I was saying about that other guy that joined that came in as the first time chatter and said, "Yeah, all my other accounts were banned." I'm like, bro, that's not how that works. You're probably gonna say something racist in 3, 2. They'll be gone now. I'm not sure. What is your watch time again? And I thought you typed goon there. My brain literally read that it's goon. Is that dyslexia or horny? new game show unlocked. Dyslexia or horny? Rexon name check status. The way that you do the Rexon name check is that you just basically send Twitch a support ticket saying, "I want their name," and Twitch says either A, you can't have it, they have logged into Twitch at least once over the past year, or B, you can have it. It's all yours. So the last time I asked for it was in September of last year. So fundamentally speaking, I should wait another year, right? So yeah, I'll do it again. I'll do it again in September. Why not? But I'll probably change my name to something else before then. At this point, I might as well just switch to Rexon VT, which I own. But then I have to like change everything. Change the Rexon underscore. Fuck no. Why don't I? What if I set it to? or for the OCDers out there, I really pissed them off. They're just gonna read this and get so mad at me. Would I do that just for the bit? Absolutely. Okay, Fat, you're going too far. This is this is going way too far. Rex on, Rex off. That's an old reference from a kung fu movie, I think. Reek, son. Why don't I just add 2 E's? No, Reekson, like that. That way I can be the Stinktuber, right? Nobody's ever actually gotten the role of Stinktuber yet, right? There's Snuffy, who's like a trash tuber, but that's about it. Karate Kid. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Karate Kid. It was before my time. But I know that it was like quintessentially racist if you look back on it now. Isn't that the movie where Kung Fu Fighting, the song, came from? We used to play that song all the time. That used to be our jam for the longest time. You remember the Phasmo stream where we played that song at the very end of it? That was like the perfect ending to a stream, bro. That was so good. Rex Kidson. Karate Kid was a great movie? Wouldn't know. Did it have Jackie Chan in it? Was that racist to ask? I don't know. I'd see any Jackie Chan movie, honestly. I would see any Jackie Chan. Well, except for the ones that he does now. Because he's like semi-retired and doesn't do Kung Fu anymore. Sometimes I have to remind myself that Hollywood still makes movies. It's that bad now. What about... What the hell? What kind of cursed ass... Isn't this what you use to like say that you're like a Kappa or like an Eta in a college fraternity? It's Greek, right? I forget what E in Greek is. No, it's not theta. Theta starts with a T, dumbass. What's the E word for Greek? Epsilon. Thank you. Yes, epsilon. I should know my military call signs by now. Rexon Games 987. Is Vito named Vito 987 because his birth date is September and his year of birth is 87? Is that why he's named that? Like German 985 is named that way. Hang on, I love my nose. He just didn't want 1, 2, 3, so he chose 987. Ah, I see. Nah, he's 38. Wait, wouldn't you be 38 if you were born in 87? 3 plus 10 plus 25 is 13. That's literally 98. What are you talking about? IDK, but his password's Hunter1. Probably is. I don't think anybody uses that password anymore. I think all the things that reveal like all the passwords that are constantly used, Hunter is not one of them. Where would that come from? Where would Hunter come from? Why does everybody come up with the word Hunter? Do they all watch Hunter x Hunter, the anime? You've seen password use as password? Yeah, so have I. Chat, I've used 345 as a password before. I won't say what the first part of it is, but I've used 345 as a password before. For work purposes. But it's only because the password was only needed for formality reasons. I have encrypted SSL certificates that use shitty passwords because I will never need the password again. I only needed to transport it once. That's why. It's Hunter Hunter, not Hunter x Hunter. It's literally, dude, what are you talking about? It's literally Hunter x Hunter. What are you talking about? I will Google it right now. Yes, Wikipedia says that it's Hunter x Hunter. Fuck you. What are you talking about? It says Hunter x Hunter. Pronounced Hunter Hunter. Well, it's banned Wikipedia. This is dumb. I hate life. I hate life, dude. I hate it. I hate. Nobody says the X though. Then why don't they fucking remove the X? Why? The X is not silent, bro. That's not how English works. English doesn't even work to begin with. But like, hear me out. Because Japan. Chat, how do you pronounce the Kingdom Hearts games? You know which one I'm talking about? How do you pronounce this? Oh my god, they actually wrote it. They actually fucking wrote it. Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. This actually tilts me. This tilts me so badly. I fucking hate this. I hate this with a burning passion. Oh my god. That angers me so much. You do say the X is kiss X sis, though? What? Did you just say something incestual? Half of 358? But they said days. Why did they say the word days before saying the number 2? You know what I mean? We live in a society where GIF is a thing. What do you mean? That's the only way you can pronounce it, GIF. It's like the peanut butter. The person who invented peanut butter also invented GIFs. Don't you know this? That's why they named it that. Because the peanut butter was not that successful. Obviously. Oh shit, we have an itinerary. And it's been, well, holy shit, we have an itinerary. Okay, all right, listen up. I'm gonna go through some tabs real quick, and it's gonna have zero context for the tabs. All right. In fact, this stream might not even get to the anomaly games, which is gonna feel really bad because a developer gave me one of the keys to the fucking anomaly games, which is fine. We still have 10 minutes more to stall. No, we have a lot more to cover in 10 minutes. Your stream is dying because you were so wrong. My stream's not dying, Kitsune. All right, you can't die if you're already dead. Thank you. All right, have you not seen my analytics? All right, 99% male, 1% furry. A good day. Anyways, now I was told to watch a music video, and it's not this one. So in an effort to cuck people, I'm gonna watch this one first. And then we'll watch the Iron Mouse one. Two VTubers put out 2 new songs recently, and people seem to somehow, for reasons unbeknownst to me, think that they want to hear my opinion on music, as if I have an opinion that is valuable at all. Call me the needle drop. This is Bow the Whale. The song is called Oju-sama.
Thank you, Savvy Wubbies.
Discord, thank you for subscribing at tier 3. What the fuck? How'd you get that name? Holy shit. Thank you. I appreciate you. Tier 3? Why? Do you want the emotes? Because they're useless. Anyways, as you can tell, I'm a really bad streamer. This song is called Oju-sama by Bow the Whale. I can assume that they called it Oju-sama because they were hoping that Stabs would clip it. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Sorry.
Oh, butlers, where's my afternoon tea? Oh, what's the nervous look for? Whatever, I'm going out. Prepare my
like the
limo,
style.
motherfuckers. Ugh, bore me to death enough.
Did she say horny to death? What'd she say? Oh, she said bore me. Okay, I thought she said horny. I thought she said horny. Bore me. Thank you. Okay, let's start over. Sorry, my bad. I almost had a relapse of hear me out every VTuber ever.
The conversation, I'd rather be alone. Like I like that too. You came right in and stole my admiration. Stars aligning, yeah.
This song feels like it's self-aware of Bao's history with Twitter.
Don't you think you know what you got into? Girls looking at you, I'm on the rescue. Oh, you're shining, love so frightening, but you know that you gotta save me from hateful lovers. Won't be the
Can I just say that Bao debuted this whole like dual model, you know, where like one's like pure and innocent, one's yandere, and she doesn't like most VTubers, she just doesn't do anything with them. And it's so disappointing. Like I wish that VTubers built like just role play their characters a bit more. Am I the only person that's interested in role play anymore? Is role play dead, chat? Don't let me know. Role play. Don't let me know.
any longer. Come on, babe, I gotcha. I'll be your perfect lover. No, you can't stop it. Watching you, I'm so far away.
Yeah.
Again, leave your window
Yeah.
halfway. I'll be yours, babe. Ojo, sama.
What does that mean?
Look at it on the bright side. Ojo, sama needs a little fun in her eye. I got you, no, couldn't be. I think I like it when
Oh, princess.
I
like the backbeat of the chorus. It's fire. It's like really heavy electronic, but like it's like really heavy on the electronics. It's like borderlining on like something Vocaloid-ish, but it's still clearly a guitar strumming. Beat shift? Oh no.
I know my life's been easy, a cherry pie, a walk in the park. But you see, my brain just got all crazy. No, couldn't help but daydream of the ways I could tear you up. I'm not a mean girl.
Did she just reference the furries?
Stop it. Don't you tell me lies. And no better not make me cry.
Bao loves werewolves. It is a fun throwback.
If you do, I'll bury you shallow. Ojo, sama. Come on, let's dance, look at it on the bright side. Ojo, sama needs a little fun in her eye. I got you, no, couldn't be.
don't get that part. I don't get that part. I thought it was going to turn in like I think, okay, here's my honest review of the song. The very beginning of the chorus is a fucking leg tapper. It's really good, right? It makes you want to start dancing immediately. But the song seems to be trying so hard to play to this role play of the whole dual personality Bao thing. And I think it's trying to be too much. It's trying to be too much in a 3-minute and 52-second song. Even less so because it has like a really long intro. I like the beginning too, but I feel like the storyline that they set up for this, I stopped following it midway. I didn't really understand what like it seemed like she was playing to like her social media habits, and then she started turning into like this weird like dual personality thing that she just kept playing and doing, but for reasons. But the intro to the chorus just before the yandere character comes out is really good.
I walk in the park, but you see, my brain just got all crazy. I don't need you're with me. You know that you gotta save me from hateful lovers. Won't be forever.
Wait for it. Or is this it? I forgot what the chorus starts. No, this is it, because we won't hear. We need to hear that guitar.
Don't you tell me lies.
Okay, this is the build up to it. Right here. It's like the perfect volume. But like this part right here, she changes voices on purpose to like meet the yandere character and like sort of show like a difference in tonality. But it happens too quickly in the chorus. You know what I mean? You know, it'd be kind of better actually. Like I don't want to say better because that means that objectively I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But would have been really cool is to make this song more like a duality, where for the first half of the chorus it's sung one way, and then for the second half it's sung some other way. But I feel like my brain is jumbling around too much when I hear one tone of voice and then hear a different tone of voice, but from the same person as just the next follow-up lyric. You know what I mean? Like on one hand, I love one of my favorite kinds of music in the whole world is just man x woman singing, where a man sings and then a woman sings, or vice versa, you know, no preference. But when it's call and response, I love call and response. I think it's weird when you do call and response with yourself, especially when you just change the tone of your voice subtly like this. So I don't know. I love the backbeat though, unironically. Like I wish I could just get that chorus and like these first 4 seconds of the song. Just that part. That part's like mwah, chef's kiss. And if you're a music freak, you would respect the fact that I love that. Like there are moments in songs where I say this 1 second is the best part of the entire song. I've said that actually about Numi's music before. There are moments in Numi's music where I say these 2 seconds of the song are the best seconds of the entire album. You know what I mean? A song that is just Marco Polo? Well, to put it, if you phrase it that way, it really sounds simple and stupid. Yes, but hear me out. You're wrong. No, I'm kidding. Did you hear Numi and Michi? They made music too? Numi and Michi make music? Michi can make music? Michi can sing? What? Fuck! We have to review a second song. All right, hang on. Well, we have to review 3 songs now. I didn't know Michi could sing. I thought she was always zooted. I assume that by being always zooted, she just can't sing. So this is a cover. I recognize that beat from something. That sounds so familiar. Then again, art is imitation. Everything sounds the same nowadays. I've heard that from like an old song. I swear, just that like that portion of the riff. This sounds like it belongs in Arcane, doesn't it? Who's singing though? Okay, that's Michi. No, that's not Michi. Is that Michi? Which one is Michi? Okay, this is Numi. No, this is Numi. Who the fuck? Is the harmony between the two of them? It sounds so similar. This literally sounds like a movie soundtrack. This is phenomenal. This sounds I want to say this sounds better than anything that Numi has put out, because that's not what it is. It sounds different. This sounds like something that would be in Arcane. This sounds like something that would play that you dance to in Pistol Whip. Literally. This is really good. Chat. It's getting added to the finals playlist. Fuck, I got rid of that. Where is it? It's called Workout now. This has been added to the workout playlist. Prepare to work out to this song for the workout stream happening later in September, when it's really hot out and everybody complains that it's too hot out that they can't join us. I could play the finals to this. I missed the finals. I want to play the finals. Where's Team Millie when you need him? Wait, what's the Snake Oil playlist? Bro, don't leak my playlist, all right? I know I just scrolled through all of them, and I know I probably just leaked 1,000 things, but don't leak them. Don't ask. I like this song because the voices aren't that loud, and the music kind of conflicts with the voices, but in a good way. The voices are more like an instrument rather than trying to tell a story, in this case. This reminds me of that Pistol Whip song that I know. Is this an original or cover? That's a good question. It's called Hell of a Good Time. Doesn't cite the OG. I assume it's an original. Don't you have to like tell who? Don't you have to say who the cover is based on? Is it this guy? Please don't be. Please don't. Please be original. Please be an original. I'm kidding. It's still good. In fact, I probably like it more than the original. I'm kidding. I'm gonna add it back. Okay. All right. But I do want to hear the original to see if I can compare the two.
She's the devil. She's sharpening her nails and she's hiding little horns in her hair.
You know what this actually sounds like? This song sounds like it should be played in a Borderlands game. You see where I'm going with that? Right? It sounds exactly like something that would play during Borderlands.
Candy coated, her lips are full of sugar. She'll kiss you, then she'll kill you, beware.
It literally fits that vibe perfectly.
She's calling me at 3 a.m. Suddenly I'm out of bed.
I saw the Snake Oil playlist again. What's on it? I need to know. You will never find out what's on the Snake Oil playlist. We don't talk about the Snake Oil playlist. We'd rather talk about Drudge.
Driving as fast as I can. She's pushing me over the edge. I am possessed. I've got a play date with death.
Here's what I'll say. The Numi version of it, the voices were so harmonized and weren't really trading and weren't really doing call and responses that if you told me a single person sung it, I would believe you. And they were just harmonizing with themselves, which is what Numi does a lot during her music. So I feel like the Numi version isn't showcasing the best of what a co-op is, a collab is. But with that being said, it is still objectively a really good cover. and I actually like it more than this one because I like the sound of the harmonies that Numi does. It's just one of the things that she does all the time. You know, Drudge mentioned, shut up, whatever. Anyways, for those of you that don't know, Iron Mouse has released a new music video. Originally, I thought that maybe it was like in response to the whole V Shoujo thing. I don't think it was, but it clearly came out at a very specific time, specifically after the like right after the V Shoujo thing. So it's a fully animated video. So I probably won't pay attention to the music as much because that's why I hate music videos because I get distracted by the not music part of it. It got delayed because of the V Shoujo. Oh, okay. Have you seen the Camilla song as in a response to V Shoujo? No, I don't really like anybody who like makes content out of drama. I'm not a fan of that. But I really like Camilla's Evil cover. Camilla's Evil cover I used to listen to religiously for the longest time. And it's so much better than the original. I hate the original compared to Camilla's cover of it. It's so good, dude. Anyways, this is Music Box. Music Box of Fate, I mean. An Iron Mouse original opera song. That's a lot of words. Tits. I like the aesthetic. Reminds me of that Mickey Mouse thing. Fantasia. The one time I remember hearing Iron Mouse doing opera was when she did it like I think like 2 or 3 years ago, and Fillion reacted to a clip of it. Like, who the fuck is that? Because I just couldn't imagine a VTuber singing opera. And she sung really deeply and gutturally. And she doesn't sound like she does now in this video. And I can't tell if it's a choice or like it's just part of like how her voice has evolved, you know, based on, I don't know, many factors, including but not limited to her condition or whatever. But she can do both. Okay. I like the deeper version. I don't know if I like this one as much. This one sounds very hard to be emotionally connected to, you know. It echoes too much. It sounds like you're being perpetually afraid to me, you know. It sounds like a
Thank you, Sebby Wubbies.
The Amalgam, thank you for resubscribing. It sounds like, yeah, a sheep is a great analogy. I was going to say it sounds like a toddler who's trying to scare somebody in a haunted house and wearing like a little ghost, you know, cloth around them. I feel like the orchestra needs to roar a bit more here. It's not roaring enough. It's trying to showcase Iron Mouse's voice too much, but they need to go hand in hand. This isn't what I thought I was going to be watching today. There was also some other video where Iron Mouse is like 3D and animated, and she's like escaping from like a prison or something. I thought I was going to be watching that. It is really cool to know that a VTuber is writing lyrics for the purposes of opera. I wonder how she got the music commission. You can't exactly go on Fiverr and just say, I need orchestrated music. Code V just DM'd me and said, Rexon, what did you do like 45 minutes ago? IDK. What do you mean? I think I ate some pita bread? Question mark. Did anybody see Iron Mouse on Jerma's House Flipper 2 stream? Where she paired up with, what's his face? Connor? And they made a house together? Is it weird that whenever I see the word mouse right now, I think of Mickey Mouse? Because of the way that the pitch of her voice. It was good. It was good for what it was, for what its purpose was. Maybe I'm just not a fan of opera. Maybe I'm just not a fan of that tone of voice per se. But that was good for the passion project that it intended to be. I would say. I wish the orchestra roared a bit more, especially during the very first sort of like chorus or something like that. You know, that would be sick. But otherwise, it's really impressive when one of the most popular VTubers in the world makes opera music as their passion. They don't compromise, you know, like they don't stop and go, wait, I think people will think opera is cringe. No, you are popular enough that people will support you in whatever you do, and because they trust that you'll make it a banger, and she did. That's awesome. Is this game recommending to me that stupid Madoka? This video sucks. This video sucks. How do I thumbs down it so they don't recommend Madoka Magic to me? Whatever. Click everything I wanted. It's Michi. This one? Oh, this is definitely a cover because I've heard this on the radio. What is that Iron Mouse 3D thing that I want to see?
I had a dream.
What is it?
I got everything I wanted.
Oh, this is shoot, what's her name? This is that really edgy chick. Isn't it? It's that edgy chick. What was her name?
Know what you think. And if I'm being
Billie Eilish.
honest,
Billie
might
Eilish.
have been a nightmare to anyone who might care.
There's only one Billie Eilish song I like, and that's the one that plays right now on the radio, where it opens with a acoustic guitar. But I really can't stand how Billie Eilish just like for like a minute straight into her music just makes these like ghostly sounds. It just drones on like that. It gets kind of tiring after a while. It doesn't feel dynamic.
So I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried.
This song doesn't. This is no knock on Michi. Most of Billie Eilish's music all sounds the same to me because Billie Eilish doesn't really seem to do a lot of range. She just has really interesting lyrics. But all of her music to me just sounds the same. It's just her whispering, and she doesn't really increase her voice in any interesting way or try different things. So this song just sounds like the original to me because it's clear that Michi's trying to recreate it. You know, what is this Iron Mouse 3D animation? I need to know. What is it? Is it this one? No. Is it, dude, she's in a prison. She's in a prison and it's like a cartoon animation. What is it? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Iron Mouse cartoon animation. No, it's in 3D. I know it's in 3D. It's literally in 3D. No, I have no idea. I have no idea. Wasn't that a trailer? Was it? What is it though? There is something where it opens with Iron Mouse like in a prison and she's being guarded, or it's somebody that looks like literally Iron Mouse. Pink, purple colors, female. What am I thinking of? It kept getting recommended to me on like TikTok and shit. Yes, that. Thank you. What is this? What the fuck is this? 17 seconds Hell Again music video teaser. Fuck, it's a teaser? Is this not out yet? It's not out yet, is it? It's not out yet. Damn it. The teaser was like a week ago. Bro, I stream twice a week. Every piece of news that I act like is new and fantastic happened already. We ain't out here playing Battlefield 6 right now. All right, that was last week. Is she in ZZZ? Is that what this is? No, it's a music video. She literally is releasing 2 music videos over the course of like 2 weeks, which is insane. She's setting herself the same standard Lola Loading did, which she did not do, which is why we made fun of it afterwards. Iron Mouse secret ZZZ collab. Z, oh my god. Is that what this is though? Is she coming to that? BF6 again next weekend? No, I am not playing it. It is so ass to watch. It is so boring. It's probably really fun to play, but so is V Rising. You know what I mean? I can't imagine streaming a game where it's explosions. Oh, I'm dead now. Explosions, revived. Oh, I'm dead now. Waiting to get revived. Oh, I'm dead now. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring for stream purposes. I'm sure it's an entertaining game that definitely will maintain itself at the top of the Twitch charts after 2 weeks. I'm being sarcastic. It won't. Reki using aimbot. Did you guys hear about the VTuber that used an aimbot? And you want to know what's really funny? I saw a bunch of social justice warriors. So some dumbass VTuber use an aimbot on stream, right? And everybody said, "Oh my god, like it's the most obvious aimbotting in the world." And Camilla commented on it, I believe. Camilla put made a comment about it, right? And Camilla misgendered them, and all the social justice warriors went up against Camilla for misgendering her. I'm like, bro, who gives a shit what gender they are? Like, their gender is dumbass. Their gender is piece of shit. Their gender is get the fuck out of my life. That's what their gender is. So, yes, please do misgender them because their gender is not male or female. Their gender is dumbass. That's what their gender is. And if you don't call them a dumbass, then you are misgendering them, I guess. Apparently saying it was cheating is transphobic now. Of course it is, bro. These are the social justice warriors that will come out of the woodwork to do anything. They're usually people who don't actually fight for like trans rights at all in their spare time. They literally are just Twitter trolls. Trust me, I know. It should be shit at games. Same difference. The point being is that you do not defend these people, even if you do misgender them. It doesn't really matter. They don't listen. They don't deserve to be gendered correctly. They don't deserve anything because they're cheating piece of shits. That's why. And before Rexing gets social justice, thanks. Kamimi was forced to apologize. She shouldn't have. She shouldn't have. She just said, "Oh, sorry. She was a piece of shit. She was a piece of shit. That's it. Sorry. Didn't really feel like giving a piece of shit more time of my day." But that's my hot take. Anyways, that's it for Rex and Hot Takes. I'm kidding. In gaming news chat, because I did have an itinerary planned somewhat, anyways. In gaming news, breaking news: male VTuber spreading far right propaganda ban for. To this day, I still don't understand what left and right are. I don't mean that like in the sense that I don't know what my left hand from my right, but I don't know what that means in terms of politics. In gaming news, did anybody pick up Guntouchables? This game came out for free for 24 hours when it first released, and I wanted to post on my Discord for all of you to download it, but I felt like that would just be weird for me to do. I did that like once for Chivalry, I think, so that we could all play it for community night. But this game's only a 1 to 4 player game where you could have gotten it for that time. But I was really excited because whenever I see a game come out for free, especially when it's a co-op game, I get really excited because I just imagine to myself that I can just ask a bunch of friends for the easiest collab of their life, and I don't have to feel guilty that they spend $5 on a game. Niner, I'm looking at you. But did anybody actually get this? You play as a hot dog. You play as a hot dog with a gun. And Steam's new player doesn't really work well. But yeah, you play as a hot dog with a gun. It's a roguelike. And it's mostly, to my understanding, more like a Vampire Survivors, I guess. But I saw this come out, and I asked all my friends afterwards if they had it. And all of them said, what? Am I the only person that reads gaming news, dude? I must be the only person that reads gaming news. This game has less positive reviews than the other game that came out, but that's only because VTubers all got their skins in it. You know that one arena game, Nubs Arena? Which, by the way, nobody fucking plays anymore. Do you know why? Because all the VTubers you asked to be a part of your game don't actually like your game. Maybe you should have picked people that would actually approve your game. On another note, I am fully aware that Frankie and Oteru have played Paddle 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 because 9 of you fuckers have DM'd me about it. 9 of you fuckers have said, Rexon, do we have a stream idea for you? After watching Oteru lose her fucking mind over this game. And yes, it was very funny. But everybody wants me to rage at this game. And with who else but Fufu. And you'll be happy to know that the very developers of Paddle 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 have sent me 2 keys. So now I feel obligated to play the fucking game. Great. So I told Fufu I got keys. We can play it anytime. For those of you that don't know, Gamescom, one of the world's biggest open games conventions of Europe, probably the biggest, is happening literally starting next weekend. So the Europeans in general, all of our European friends, will be mostly unavailable. They'll be traveling or attending for the duration of about that week, the entirety of next week. So I talked about wanting to assemble another Peak tournament at some point, especially with the Mesa update in mind. And unfortunately, I can't do that right now because I wanted to do it with the Europeans, and they are not available for at least 2 weeks. So stay tuned for a stream like that to happen later, towards the end of August. However, with that in mind, we will try to do some other cool collab ideas with what I call the PM crew in the meantime. PM crew being people like Code V and Dio and Angel Steps and Maple Chicken and basically everybody you saw at the Peak tournament plus more. So yeah. Silksong is playable there, so you're Zakeen. Yes, I actually told Frankie to make a because Frankie, for those of you who don't know, Frankie made a vlog out of her experiences at TwitchCon. It was a really cute vlog. It was actually really well done. And I told Frankie she needs to make a vlog just out of her journey to Gamescom to finally play Silksong. And that Fufu needs to record her from a third-person perspective as well. It'd be really fucking fun. It was surprisingly funny. Frankie's just funny, dude. She's just good at what she does. It's so hard to tell when she's intentionally funny or when she's like legitimately just like it just comes naturally to her. You know what I mean? And you'll never know because it's all character. It's all a bit, just like me. And how you'll never understand that I'm just a parody of a VTuber, right, guys? Right? Anyways, so Paddle 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 coming soon to a stream near you, but expect that happening a little bit later, unfortunately. But maybe the game will get some updates between now and then. Maybe it'll become easier. Maybe it'll just become another laser hell. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. But I will say, for those of you that weren't there, we played this game already. We played this game for its demo with Honey the Kawaii Bunny on my alt channel one random happenstance day. And based on what I've seen of the footage of this game, it is significantly different from the demo. In the demo, it was stage-based. In the real game, you actually are on a straight line. It's like a perpetual, like, constant paddling thing. And there's no stages anymore. You're just constantly going like obstacle after obstacle. It is not a roguelike. It is not a foddy-like. But because it has checkpoints, but it is sort of in that same line as that. So yeah, it evolved substantially from the demo, which is good because I thought the demo was kind of mid. And for some reason, they released a Battle Royale pack that costs $100, and it gives you a crown. It's obviously a dev supporting pack, which is really cute, but it's really funny. And here's the little trick, chat. You can get the Royale pack for $21 if you buy it with Paddle. So for some reason they charge $100 for it individually, but if you buy it with Paddle, $21. That's an 80% discount, bro. But the game seems very self-aware. It's very funny. It's very rage-inducing, and they're actually very proud of their success. You can see this right here. 20,000 followed by 30,000. They're celebrating right now, so they're popping off. Relatively speaking, to an indie game success, I'm very proud of that. It's really cool. You just like it because it has more hot dog. Wait, the Royal Pack has hot dogs? Hot. The word hot is not on this page. What are you talking about? It's like Carry the Glass? It's sort of like Carry the Glass, yes. Although this one seemed a bit less. This one seems a bit more forgiving than Carry the Glass. I wish I could finish Carry the Glass, but I don't think Frankie ever wants to finish that. Speaking of Frankie, I'm shouting this out only because I recommended it. Otherwise, I would never shout out my friend streams. Frankie is playing 420 Blaze It tomorrow. Go check out her stream. She's playing it because I recommended to her like 6 months ago. And she DM'd me yesterday and said, Rexon, I'm finally playing the game you recommended. I'm like, bro, it's been 6 months. This game's no longer relevant. And she's like, what do you mean it's no longer relevant? I'm like, nobody's going to get the jokes, much less you. But then again, the game was also made for like people who were born in like the early 2000s, you know? And then I told her that there's a better game in the world. Brazilian Drug Dealer 3, I opened a portal to hell in the favela trying to revive MIT, and I need to close it. Significantly better. I told her that she should play this instead. And she said no, so I'm going to play this instead. We're going to play this game.
Você tentou reviver o Meat-Aya como ritual satânico. E deu ruim! Aviãozinho do Tráfico 3 abriu um portal pro inferno na favela tentando reviver Meat-Aya e não conseguiu fechar.
There's a third one? Edino! Yeah, no idea what's happening in it. It's written in English. The game's description is actually written in English. So I'm not really sure if the game itself is Brazilian or if it has like comment or it has like captions. But I really want to play it because you know how much I love playing any game that causes Twitch's title system to panic. And yes, it's old style Doom. But apparently it's got 2,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. Man, Steam reviews, this is literally the best game ever played. That's what they say. The nightclub level accurately represents the real life experience of getting tinnitus, except now from the comfort of my home. Best game I have ever played. 10 out of 10 would be a Brazilian drug dealer that needs to close a portal again. It's amazing how in the era that we live in of Steam review bombs, which, you know, are only about 50% justified, unlike Monster Hunter, but like some of them just aren't well deserved. It's really crazy how the internet can all come together for this game. It's insane. Pretty good. Funny little joke with solid Quake gameplay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So it plays like Quake or Doom. Well, Quake because it plays faster than that. But apparently people are saying just similar to the 420 Blaze It game, which had an actual fun combat mechanic in it. Really actually fun. This game apparently plays like that as well. But then it's also to the, you know, how could you sell somebody a Quake game in 2025? You can't, except unless you have a title like this. If you're curious, this game is not made by the same people that made 420 Blaze It, despite its very similar shitposty feel and vibe. On one last piece of Frankie news, chat, I don't mean to milk this song for the 3rd time in a row, but we've done it. We got Frankie to collab with Zentreya. And she pooped her pants. Somebody in my chat once told me that Frankie rated Zen, and Zen said, I want to collab with you. And they told me that I can only assume because they know that I have big brother energy, and I would force Frankie to do it. And after about 3 weeks of motivation, of constant psychological warfare with Frankie, I finally got her, along with the help of Ruben Sargasm, to collab, or rather arrange a collab with Zentreya. So I'm excited just because I think Zen should be exposed to Frankie. The larger set of VTubers should be exposed to Frankie, and it'll be really exciting. But yeah, I was yelling at Frankie because, like, you gotta, you know the phrase "strike the iron while it's hot," right? If you raid somebody, get their contact information. You know what I mean? Arrange something immediately because they're hot on your mind. And Zentreya gets raided constantly. She's a busy person. She's got 1 billion collab people at the waiting, ready to go. If you're Frankie and you have all these pre-arranged streams, pre-scheduled stuff like that, you need to make time to make this happen, you know? Rexon would scare Zen? Nah, I would scare Zen no more than Nags does, or Heavenly Father. No, that's a lie. Heavenly's very quiet, except every time that he speaks, apparently it's the funniest shit since you've ever heard. No, I think that me and Zen would conflict. Maybe. I think. No way, Zen is friends with Froggy and they're crazy. Oh, Froggy's fucking psychopathic. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Frankie. I'm not trying to push her to do things that she's uncomfortable with, but you know, she did say that she would collab with Zen, and then I just tried to remind her about it adamantly. So we'll see how that goes. That'll probably be after Gamescom, because unfortunately Frankie waited way too long. What is this? Rexon's intentions with Zentreya. To rail Zentreya in Halo. That's why we don't collab with Zentreya. All right. You're taking my words out of context. Rail gun Zentreya. Rail gun Zentreya, because that game has a rail gun in Halo Reach. It's a really cool weapon. In Halo 4 and Reach. I think it's also in Reach. I could be mistaken. I don't remember. I haven't played Halo in a hot minute. Don't even have it installed. Don't even have it ready to go. My plant fox said it's safe for YouTube, so I have the nude clip now. You are aware that things that are safe for YouTube are not safe for Twitch. They're not synonymous with each other, right? So I will watch it off stream. I will watch it in a second monitor right now and react to it. It's censored. Censored doesn't mean anything to Twitch. Censored doesn't mean anything on this platform. Twitch will ban you. Twitch will ban you for any fucking reason. Link it to me and I will watch it off stream. There's not a shot. Anyways, in other gaming news, there's a lot of big collab games that I want to return to because they've gotten updates. And Repo, I know that this is older news, but Repo got a museum update. And I know a lot of people are suffering from peak abuse. But hear me out. I'd love to return to Repo right now while everybody else is busy blowing your mind with another peak collab. This is the Repo Museum update. Completely new map. Apparently.
This place is huge.
It's very castle.
Take it easy.
I have done nothing wrong.
Oh, crowd dressed up.
Isn't it always? It's always weird to see an official trailer for a game where the developers are voice acting in it. It's always strange to me. I wonder if they added a new monster.
What's that? What is even going on?
Moon phases? Interesting. I honestly hate how everyone forgets a good game.
Child.
I wonder how the moon plays into all of that. So Repo was that game where I repeated my statement about how viral games need to play it out. Viral games, the moment that they know that they went viral, they need to hire a bunch of interns and make more content for that game within 3 months' time and make their game still relevant. Do you know what game just did that? Peak. Peak literally, well, they didn't listen to me, but they did exactly what I've been recommended, right? And they're succeeding with flying passion. They are with flying colors. I mean, like Peak is hitting the marks. Repo, unfortunately, took too long, and despite the fact that I feel like Repo is a really, really, really replayable game, unfortunately, just like Lethal Company, it took way too long. And even mods couldn't save it this time. So Repo actually lived out even shorter than Lethal Company because the mods just weren't there for the game. There were some, but not a lot. But Peak, on the other hand, Peak literally revealed a brand new challenge with, might I say, new items, new enemies, and if you don't know this, Peak, the Mesa update, has introduced a secret biome called the Tomb, which features, well, it's actually broken right now, so you can't actually like experience it. But Peak has a secret tomb biome that's broken, but if you get to the end of it, has a secret amazing item. It's insane. New scuff and crashes. Well, I did do the thing that people recommended to me. I set my NVIDIA control panel to have VSync on and max FPS of 60. We'll see if that changes anything. But I'd love to bring back Peak just for the Mesa update and properly play it where we try to do the tomb itself. I don't know how the tomb is possible right now until they fix it, but maybe it's just a seed bug. And maybe when the seeds come out for the next round, like 2 weeks from now, or if they hot fix it, they'll fix it. But it is strange that they updated it today, the game, and didn't fix that bug yet, or even acknowledge it for that matter. So hopefully it's on their radar to fix because today's is broken too. Yeah, hopefully they fix it soon because like they need to at least be aware of it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are excited about this quote unquote, again, secret viral thing. You know, the rock spun in the tunnel. I know, I saw. I actually flew through them. I went into fly mode and flew through them. The entire tomb didn't even load properly. So I think the issue is beyond just the rocks. For all you know, the rocks might even be intentional. They might even the devs might even put that in there on purpose to sort of tease you for something later. I guess. I don't know. We'll find out. But another exciting piece of news to share is, do you guys remember Nuclear Nightmare? We played Nuclear Nightmare, I think 3 times, maybe twice, with the European crew, along with like people like Toma and Ruben Sargasm. And we also played it with Murder Crumpet, because Murder Crumpet was running lobbies for this. So this game has an interesting story to history, because it became abandonware temporarily. The developer of this game was arrested for drunk driving and jailed. And everybody was convinced that it would get no updates moving forward. It was just abandonware. But it was good abandonware, which made it so sad. Well, I have great news because the developer's back. And as of July 31st, they've released a major content drop, the first of its kind, actually, where they released a brand new map, a forest update. And now that this game is basically back in the dev cycle, probably fixing the numerous unbelievable bugs that it has, because this game is Eurojank, to be sure. I'd love to bring this back with a huge lobby. And by a huge lobby, I mean like 8 players, because that's what this game supports. And I'm currently talking around and trying to get a bunch of people to join it again. But yeah, it should be a blast when we can finally arrange it. Maybe I can get the PM crew to join us for it, since we've already played with the Europeans, and that might be a thing for the near future. So look forward to that, because this game is fucking cinema in the most jankiest, stupidest way imaginable. It's cool, dude. It's a cool game that's just wrought with problems. But here's a quick trailer for it for the update. if you know anything about this game, it is heavily inspired by The Thing, the movie series, or I think it's just one movie. I'm not quite sure. But it's a brutally difficult game. Most of my friends who have played it have never actually successfully completed a single match of this game. This game is supposed to play like Lethal Company, but it's Lethal Company if Lethal Company was an 18-sized map and had objectives that made 0 sense and monsters that don't die. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Finally, I keep hearing news about this game. It keeps getting recommended to me on various different platforms. Whisper Mountain Outbreak. And I don't know if anybody knows anything about this, but this game is like one of my favorite genres ever. It's co-op survival horror. Only matched by comedy horror as one of my favorite things. But there's just something fun about a 4-player horror game. Just 4 players who are desperate to survive, which is the same reason why I love Peak so much. You know.
What the is that? Oh god, no, I'm stuck.
But I'm really curious. Has anybody heard of this before?
Hello. Hello. No, you sound fine. There we go. Okay.
Was that the name of the game with the snowmobiles and helicopters that you kept blowing up? Yes, correct. That is the name. That Nuclear Nightmare is the game where Frankie got into a helicopter and flew off into the sunset. By the sunset, I mean the fog of the blizzard.
We'll try.
Oh, the portrait changes.
This is actually pretty cool. If you hold right click to aim, he just hot swaps to the gun.
It is really cringe when your developer of your game makes a trailer that includes characters saying this is really cool. But yeah, it's got horde mechanics, and I love horde mechanics. I think it kind of plays out like maybe almost like a 7 Days to Die, I would say. You go out, you collect loot, and then when nighttime comes or what have you, you have to barricade it up. And I love that concept. I've always loved that concept. I love turtling in video games. It's been always one of my favorite things. You know, in StarCraft, the flashback sequence in StarCraft 2, where you are a Protoss base where you try to defend out against a Zerg horde, right? One of my favorite things was just to replay that map repeatedly. And I eventually got a mod that lets you keep going with that map. And it goes forever, and it gets brutally difficult. And I learned later, almost like not even but a year ago, somebody broke the map and made it so that it just infinitely spawns characters to the point where it crashes their game. It was so funny because the game really just doesn't want you to complete that level to that point. It's almost like the people who try to beat the final level of Halo Reach. What about Emissary Zero? Emissary Zero is cool, but I don't know enough about it, and it seems a little jank and a little devoid. I think a lot of people aren't playing it just because it's missing that moment to moment. Is at least my impression that I get about why it's not as popular as it should be, based on the type of genre it's aiming to be, which is the lethal light. You know, I don't know if it has checkpoints. I don't know if it's actually a campaign. That'd be good if it was, because that game actually seemed to be pretty long based on some streams that I saw people play it. Like I saw Cerber and Lena play it once, and it just seemed very odd. You know, you have to steal the moon. I don't know. It seemed almost like artistic in a weird way, you know. But it's on my list, just way far down on my list, because frankly, I just don't think a lot of YouTubers would be interested in it, you know. Oh, and did anybody hear about this? Apparently, a game called Vile Exhumed was banned off of Steam because apparently it despite containing no uncensored nudity or sex acts, it was banned on Steam because it contained nudity and sex acts. Did you hear about this? What's really fascinating to me about this, right, is that even if they're lying, even if they're in the wrong about this, right, even if Vile Exhumed did in fact contain nudity and sexual acts performed against human beings, it amuses me that nobody. So this got really heated, right? Like social media made a website called vileisbanned.com, and the developer even released their game for free. Right, and then Lena played it, and she like used this clickbait title called like, you know, playing the most banned game on Steam yet and stuff like that. Right. What fascinates me about this is that there is a game I've wanted to play on stream forever. It's called Immortality, and it features a lot of real life sex. So, you remember when I said that history is written by the victors, and if you're rich and famous, you can get away with anything? Steam is wrong. Steam is wrong because Steam does not follow their own policies if you are a well-known developer who probably will make them lots of money. This game features literal sex scenes of real people, and they're banning other games that do the same. But this game has been out since 2022. So what does that say? It is insane to me because this game didn't really pop off as well as I think the developer was hoping it could, because this is made by the same person that makes Her Story, which was a game that went pretty viral. But I wanted to play this game on stream forever. I have. And I've only been terrified of playing it on stream because I've heard mixed messages. I've heard people say on Twitter, I'm sorry, not on Twitter, on Reddit, that it's been banned and that you will get banned if you play it, despite the fact that on Twitch's website, they do not list this game as a banned game. So aren't they banning only non-consensual sex games or bestiality? I mean, I don't know. Does it matter technically? It's stories. You know what I mean? Like, why? They're banning it all, but then not. Yeah, that's what this is, right? So I would love to play this game on stream, but I also need to play this game on stream, like on my alt channel or something. I only know about this game that if you've never experienced before, it is a ride. And that is all people would ever tell me because they were so tight-lipped about telling me anything more about it for that reason, right? Because it's so wild what becomes of this game, apparently, that they cannot tell me anything more else they'd spoil the fun. And I want to experience that live on stream. That'd be so fun. I'm afraid of it, right? And I've actually looked up on YouTube as well, people who would play this game on YouTube. And while trying not to spoil it for myself, I would scroll through it and I would see a bunch of YouTubers literally just change their screens when the nudity hits. But they can because they can post-edit it, right? But as far as live streaming is concerned, if you show a tit, even for a second, you're boned. But again, you're allowed to do that for, like, you know, video game characters. You can zoom in on the dong on Cyberpunk just fine, right? So yeah, I don't really get it. But I really want to play this game, and you know, this really brought it out once again about why I should just play this game and be done with it, and just say fuck it. I mean, if Nyana Banana can watch can watch copyrighted movies on her stream without any problems, why can't I play this game that features actual storyline from an actual developer? You know what I mean? It's just wild. Just be in the pools and hot tubs category? No. I don't want to draw any attention to it. I just want to play this game to have fun in this game. And I don't intend to draw any attention to the sex scenes when they happen. I'm going to be engaged with the sex scenes in the sense that I'm going to try and derive story out of them, right? You know? Does Immortality have a category on Steam? Yes, absolutely it does. Yeah, take a look. Immortality. But to Twitch's, oh, I typed it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's this one? Question mark? I actually don't know. If I change my category to it right now. Wait, is it banned on Twitch? Oh. Is there a reason it's not showing up? Immortality. I keep spelling it wrong. Immortality.
Yeah, I saw.
Holy fuck. Thanks, Mizgif. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why wouldn't it be in this list? Every game in the fucking world is in this list. Twitch banned games list. Huh. It's not the top one? Well, okay. Here's another way that we can test. And I got kind of impatient. We can click on the game, the category. It's not. See? This is a game about Sun Wukong. Yeah, the description doesn't match up, which is fascinating that this game literally doesn't have a Twitch thing, but they also didn't update their banned games. Which, why would they? They don't update their banned games. If they had to update their banned games, they would have to dedicate 3 people to the job daily, right? So it's so hard to tell. I really want to play it because it's available on Steam and it's not hentai. You know what I mean? Blaze It 2 didn't have it, right? No, Blaze It did. Yeah, Blaze It did. Was it Blaze It? Yeah, it's right here. Game of the Year 420 Blaze It. But what we made fun of when we played it on stream eventually, we were disappointed because the whatever database that Twitch gets the game list from intentionally shorthanded the game and just called it Game of the Year 420 Blaze It. They didn't give it the full title, which actually Brazilian. No way. They didn't shorthand this one? Wait, what does it look like on stream? It actually fits on one line. I think the 420 Blaze It game was actually longer. This one actually fits on one line. Thursday stream is decided. Do you guys want to play Brazilian Drug Dealer 3 instead of what did we agree on? Date Everything? Mods, put up a poll. Put up a poll for 420 for Brazilian Drug Dealer versus Date Everything. We'll round it out. We'll pick one last thing. But I figured for immortality's sake, like, yes, I could technically play it on the alt channel, but at the same time, if the alt channel gets banned, then technically that's considered ban evasion if I were to stream next time. So I think that I wouldn't like if I wouldn't get banned for playing it permanently. I would get a suspension because if I show speak and show a dick, I can show a vouched for game. You know what I mean? Put in Cthulhu Saves the World. It was funny when Twitch changed their UI. Wait, Cthulhu Save the World? Cthulhu. Was it called Saves the World? Oh, this one! Cthulhu Saves the World Super Hyper Alpha Enhanced Championship Edition Diamond DX Plus Alpha FES HD Premium Enhanced Game of the Year Collector's Edition without avatars. What happens to our channel? Oh, it wraps the two lines now. That's right. It wraps the two lines. The reason why we were making fun of it that one time was because when Twitch made that awful decision to put the stream title at the top of the stream, it basically just pushed your entire stream down a lot. And we skipped it this time. It just wraps the two lines now. It's still ugly as fuck. Like if I made it really tiny, it doesn't even fit it. Yeah, it can't even fit the title of the game. In fact, the title of the game wraps to 5 lines, which is wild. You couldn't see the tags. Oh, that's right. You couldn't see the tags. Yeah, Twitch has fixed that, obviously. They probably fixed it after realizing that they made a terrible decision by moving the title to the top of the page already. There's only 7 letters of title showing. That's right. I remember you truncated the tags, and everybody hated it. And then it took Twitch like a couple of weeks to fix it, but they eventually did. Because nobody liked it. You know what I mean? Nobody liked the whole thing. But yeah, I would like to play Immortality. I think it would be a multi-day stream thing, but I'd like to just share the experience. I really just don't want to play it by myself. You know, I don't know. Fucking if I can't stream it, I'll play it like on the Discord or something. You know. I hate doing that because like time is money, friend, and it's really hard for me to do like anime nights, much less play something off